Hey foodies, welcome to Cooking Shooking. Today we are making this butter paneer masala garlic naan combo which is very popular these days in the Zomato and the Swiggy app. This cloud kitchen style recipe is a secret recipe guys. I am going to show you how they are reducing cost with the gravy, and the naan recipe is also very tasty. Let's get cooking. First, let's keep the base gravy to prepare guys. Here I have a kadhai. In this I am taking 4 tomatoes. Along with that, 1 onion. Onion these days is very expensive. You know what the hotels are using? First we are going to add the salt. Along with that, 1 bowl full of cabbage. That's right. Here I am using cabbage. It's a great filling ingredient guys, and the taste doesn't change much. I am also taking 10 cashew nut pieces, and we will add 1 bowl full of water. Cover it and bring this to a boil. We are going to boil it for about 10 minutes. Trust me guys, this is a tried and tested recipe. I have tried it a couple of times before sharing it with you. The cabbage is a great addition in fact. As this is boiling, let's make the garlic naan dough. Here I have a kneading plate. In this I am taking 2 cups of maida or plain flour. We are going to spread the flour and then place 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, about 3 tablespoons of dahi or yogurt. This is homemade dahi, so that is 3 tablespoons. If you are using market dahi, you can use 2 tablespoons. Now we are going to take 1 teaspoon of baking powder. You have to use baking powder, not baking soda. Add it in, and then we will use milk to make the dough. Usually cold milk is taken for making this kind of dough. If you have room temperature milk, that can also be taken. Add the milk, and then we have to make a very soft dough. If the dough is hard, then the naan will not be crispy or soft. It will be hard to make it also guys. Before you begin to knead the soft dough, we will take 2 tablespoons of oil, and then we have to knead it for about 5 minutes. If the dough is feeling stiff or hard, you can add some more milk. We need a soft and sticky dough for making the naans guys, so add the milk, knead it together for about 5 minutes. Sadly, there is no shortcut to this guys. After kneading for about 5 minutes, you can see the texture of the dough is fantastic. It is very soft and smooth and pliable. Now we are going to cover it and let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. In that time, we are going to make the butter paneer masala. Here you can see the cabbage is well cooked, the tomatoes are also mushy. It will smell just for about 10 seconds guys when you open the lid. After that, it will be just as regular as a regular makhni gravy. I mean, the cabbage smell just comes in for once for about 10 seconds when you open the lid while cooking it. After that, it's gone forever. Here you can see I have turned off the flame and I have kept it to cool down. After the tomatoes and onions cool down a little bit, you can add it to a mixer grinder with some ice cubes or some water, and then make a paste out of this. The tomato skin and the cabbage fibers will stay there, so you have to grind it really well. Here I have made a silky smooth gravy or the puree. This is done. Now we are going to heat up a kadhai. In this, 2 tablespoons of butter goes in. Along with that, same quantity of oil. So 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of oil. Keep the flame medium. We are going to add 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste and about 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. Now you can lower the flame, and we have to cook it for about 1 minute. Be careful guys, we don't want to burn the red chili powder. Butter paneer masala is usually more masaledar compared to shahi paneer. So for that we are cooking the red chili powder. After cooking it for a minute, we are going to take a strainer. If you are seeing that this is burning, then you can turn off the flame and keep it off the flame. Over top of the strainer, we are going to add the puree that we made and then strain it. As I said earlier, there can be skins of the tomato and cabbage stem fibers also, which we don't want in the butter paneer masala. So strain it. After straining it, we have to cook this until it is thick. Usually it takes about 15 minutes to cook it in medium to high flame. After cooking it, basically this gravy will begin to move with your spoon. One thing that you have to be careful about guys, that this gravy will spill over everywhere if you don't cover it, and if you cover it completely, then it will not cook very fast because the steam will be trapped in and it will not evaporate. So cover it half and then cook it for about 15 minutes or until it looks something like this. Good things anyways create a mess, guys. Here you can see how the gravy has begun to cook and it is looking great and it is no more splattering everywhere. Now we are going to add the masalas into it. Here is about half a teaspoon of kasuri methi. I'm also taking some elaichi powder or cardamom powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, and we will cook this together with some fresh cream. Here I'm using the Amul fresh cream, in total about 1/4 cup. We will cook this all together for about 2 to 3 minutes. After the spices are well cooked, we are going to add the water into it. Don't add all of the water at once. Here I am taking 2 cups of water. We are going to pour it a little at a time. That glaze in the gravy is looking fantastic, guys. Our gravy is getting ready. We will boil it for about 2 to 3 minutes in high flame. In that time, let's prepare the paneer pieces. Here I have 200 grams of paneer which we are going to cut into diagonal pieces. The paneer pieces are done. Now let's add it to the gravy. Along with the paneer, I am also taking 1 teaspoon of sugar. If the tomatoes were very sour, then you might have to use 2 teaspoons. All of the spices are in and our butter paneer masala is totally done. We are going to now cook it for just a minute and then it will be ready to eat. You can add some more salt if you prefer to. Some restaurants add a charcoal piece right now with a few drops of ghee or oil and cover it for a minute, and that's their signature dish. For us, our regular butter paneer masala is ready. Now what we are going to do is make the garlic naans. The dough is ready and rested. We will gather it together again, knead it for a minute. You can sprinkle some dry flour right now and cut it into small portions. With this recipe, you will be easily able to make 10 to 11 pieces of naans. The dough will be very sticky and soft, and that's the art of making naans. This dough can make soft naans as well as crispy naans. If you roll it thick, it will be soft. If you roll it thin, it will be crispy. Here I have a dough portion ready along with the chakla in which I am going to roll it in. Let me sprinkle a little bit of maida, and then here I have chopped garlic pieces. These are about 20 cloves of garlic which are finely chopped. Let me place it in a plate and then we are going to press the dough portion on top. This will make our garlic encrusted naans. We will sprinkle a little bit of dry maida on top and then we will take a balan and roll it into an oblong shape. You can take the dry flour's help and try to roll it as thin as possible, guys, because if the naan is rolled thick, then there are two things that can happen. It can puff up like a bhatura, or it can also be very soft and similar to a kulcha, which we don't want. It will anyways thicken up in volume, guys. It almost gets double in thickness. So similarly, I'm going to make the second naan. Here what I'm doing is I'm rolling it half. After that I'm sprinkling some garlic pieces and then I'm going to roll it again into a thin sheet. This is almost tearing thin. Here you can see the naan is ready. Now to cook it, here I have the gas stove. In this I'm heating up a iron tawa. Don't use a non-stick right now, it will not stick to it and the non-stick layer will also get bad, because we are directly going to heat it with the flame, guys. So here you can see the iron tawa is getting hot. In this we are going to place the garlic naan, but before that take some water in your hands, or basically drop some water over top of the naan, spread the water and then stick it to the tawa, water side down. Because of the water it will stick to the tawa. Cook it for about 15 seconds. After that we are going to flip it over and cook it directly over the flame. The garlic naan basically doubles up in thickness, guys. Here you can see how, and there are these bubble marks everywhere. It is not puffed up like a bhatura. Our garlic naan is getting ready. Try to keep it as close to the flame as possible, because if the flame is away then it will cook slowly and it will be even more crispier. We want the perfect balance of crispiness and softness. For that, keep it as close to flame as possible. The faster you cook it, the tastier and softer it will be. Here the garlic naan is ready. It is cooked very well from the bottom and the top side also. How do I know that? Because I have removed it right now. Here you can see the bottom side is very well cooked and the top side also is. Now let's take it out, apply some butter on top and eat it fresh. This naan will not get chewy very fast guys. In fact, it will not get chewy even in an hour because of the recipe. So you should definitely try it. Here I am making the second one also. Usually it is the egg based naans which gets chewy very fast. Here I have the second one also cooking. If by any chance your naan is not sticking to the tawa and it is falling off when you are cooking it directly over the flame, then you will have to wash it really well with some lemon based detergent. Something like Vim would work really well. This naan looks fantastic guys. We will now take it out, apply some butter into it, and you can see the bottom side is also very well cooked. Now let's cut the naans into serving size like we get in the cloud kitchens and the restaurants, and then we are going to serve it fresh. Butter paneer masala, some cucumber, some onion, lemon, chili and garlic naan on the side. What else do you want in life guys when these things can be made so easily at home? Such an amazing combo it is, so you should definitely try it. So guys, that was my recipe for the paneer butter masala and garlic naan combo. If you also enjoyed it, click the like button and share it with your friends. If you did not like it, click the dislike button. While this combo will not get ready in 30 minutes or less, it will definitely take an hour to make. You will thoroughly enjoy the process as well as the taste. See you soon with one more video. Bye, take care.